you're prepared to break the silence, I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
How are we all? Welcome to Turf Moorhouse TV, and tonight we are bringing you a Lancastrian derby. It is Blackpool taking on Burnley at Bloomfield Road, and tickets sold out pretty quick for this one. They'd sold out within about 9 minutes. So, yeah, trying to get a ticket to go to the game was, yeah, like, it's difficult. It was difficult, put it that way. But we are bringing you a watch along, so we will bring you the game as it happens. So thank you very much for tuning in. Really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, please keep it coming. That said, let's have a look at what you guys have been saying in the chat. Henry's in. Hope you are well. Says afternoon, Dan. Hope you're well. Let's go, Claret. Smash them, Paul. Well, if people were in. If people were in and they listened to the match preview that we had with Lee, who was a Blackpool supporter, he's not that confident. And I mean, why would you be? You're a team, second from bottom in the division, not really picking up any points. He thinks this is going to be a full-on demolition job by Burnley. But the teams at the bottom have got 12 cup finals, really, and that's why they will probably be fighting for their lives. We know what Mick McCarthy's like, and his ratio against Burnley as a manager is quite good as well. I mean, during his time in managing in the football's top tiers, Mick McCarthy's won 12 league matches against Burnley. He's only registered more wins against Derby and Charlton throughout his career. So we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. But afternoon to yourself, Henry. Hope you are well. Doug's in the chat. He says, good afternoon, Daniel. Big incentive to go further clear with Blackburn beating Sheffield United. That was a difficult game to take today. I won't lie, a very difficult game to take, just because a draw I'd have preferred. But then, yet again, it also means we'll win the title quicker because Sheffield United have dropped points. There were so many different alternatives that we could look at, but we'll see. Let's just hope for the best. That's all we can hope for. And fingers crossed, we'll do the job that we need to do. Hopefully. Martin's in. Hope you are well, Martin. He says, how's it going? It's not going too bad here, mate. Not going too bad at all. Doug says, are Blackpool about to be tangoed by the Clarets? Oh, we shall see. We shall see. I like it. Alan's in. Hope you well, Al. He says, hi, Dan. Hi, chat. My score prediction today is 2-1 to Blackpool. You will, why not get involved and let us know your predictions as well, everybody. Martin says, come on, Burnley. We can do it. True Red also says, good afternoon. Henry's all good as well. Looking forward to the Man U Clash of the Titans tomorrow at Anfield. I'm sure you are. Dennis is in. He says, hello, Dan. I see Sheffield lost to Blackburn. Yes, they did. They certainly did. After 5 minutes, literally after 5 minutes, they suffered a blow. And obviously, the other game that kicked off, Cardiff beat Bristol City 2-0, which a bad result for Bristol City, but a good result for Cardiff at the bottom end of the table. So we'll see what happens there. Adrian says, could be a tough one. Let's take it to them. Oliver's in, says, good afternoon, Dan. Up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed, Oliver. Up the Clarets indeed. And Ali's in as well. How are you doing, my friend? Hope all is well with yourself. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in first and foremost, getting your comments in. Really do appreciate it. Keep them coming throughout the game as we go through it. And I'm just trying to find the. Oh, I think we're on. I think we're here. We're here. We're at Bloomfield Road. We've got the feed. Happy days. And see Blackpool Tower towering up in the background. Burnley fans making their way into the stands in abundance. Thousands of clarets descended upon the filed course today, looking for another victory. The last time we was in Blackpool for a Football League fixture was in April 2014. I was there. I wasn't at the game, but where I was in the pub. I was in the Castle pub, and Michael Cartley scored the only goal of that game, and we had to wait on the Derby fixture later that evening to see whether we could clinch promotion. But Derby held us off for another week or so. Players and referees are heading out towards the pitch. So without further ado, let's have a look at the team lineups then. Starting with the home side, Chris Maxwell starts in goal. Jordan Gabriel, a target that Burnley was interested in the summer. He starts at right back. Curtis Nelson and Jordan Thornley play it back with Dom Thompson. Callum Connolly, Kenny Dougal, Sonny Carey, Josh Bowler, the man who used to play for Blackpool permanently. He's obviously now back there on loan from Nottingham Forest. Luke Garbett, the former Everton youth team player, he starts for Blackpool. And the man up top who's faced a late fitness check but is back from injury, it's Jerry Yates. Substitutes for Blackpool in this game are as follows. It's just me. I'm just about 10 seconds behind. James Husband, Gary Medine, CJ Hamilton, Andy Lyons, Morgan Rogers, Charlie Patino, the man on loan from Arsenal, is on the bench, and sub-goalkeeper Daniel Grimshaw. Your Clarets team, though, your starting 11 for Burnley is as follows. In goal, Origin Muric starts as an ever-present. Connor Roberts, who's got 2 goals in 2 appearances, starts at right back. Ekdal plays alongside Jordan Bayer as the defensive partnership, with Vitinho coming in on the left due to Ian Matson's injury. Josh Cullen is in the centre of the park with Josh Brownhill, as is Johan Berg Gudmundsson, probably playing in that number 10 role. Behind the front three of Anas Zarore, Nathan Teller, and the big old shithouse himself, Ashley Barnes, is in there. So yeah, it's going to make for an interesting game. Subs for the Clarets are Charlie Taylor, Jack Cork, Scott Twine, Lyle Foster, Bailey Peacock Farrell, Halil Dervisoglu, and Michael Obafemi. Halil Dervisoglu. Do people remember him? I mean, let's just say he's not really been on the team sheet that often, has he? But he is in for this fixture. Let's have a look at some of your guys' comments before we get into the action. Mick McCarthy and Vincent Company just shaking hands there. Luke says Cardiff winning a few moments ago adds more pressure on. Yeah, at the bottom end of the table, it certainly does. Alice says the Clarets are smashing the championship, whilst we, the fans, are having a smashing time. Well said, sir. Well said. Like Alan says there, please like, share, and sub, guys. We are on the way to 1K. It would really, really help if you could sub. Get involved in the chat. You can only get involved in the chat if you subscribe to the channel. I have put it in subscriber mode if you want to get involved in the chat. But please do. Please do. So it's a good laugh, and we'll chat about anything and everything. Dennis says, last match at the Turf, it was 3-3 with Teller scoring 2, Matson receiving a red card. This was back in August 2022, and it was indeed. But fingers crossed, it's not gonna. We're not gonna have another 3-3. I really don't want that to happen. Really don't want that to happen. But we'll see. We shall see. Kate's not bad. Glad everything's good with yourself. Oliver says, all good in Tembe. Woohoo! All is good in the hood. Henry says, fine, Kate. Hoping for a good game at Bloomfield Road today. Yeah, I hope so. Hope so. The feed's being a little bit dodgy, though. I won't lie. So I might have to try something else. Ali says, Dennis Jones, we have a vastly improved squad since we drew them 3-3. Yes, we do. The feed's gone down. Just typical. I'm going to try and find it again and hope for the best. Johnny says, using my data down at the game right now. Bloomfield is amazing. I won't go that far, pal. I won't go that far. Johnny says, I saw Ian Maxson on the Fleetwood game, took a photo with him. Happy days. Happy days. Eugene says, where do you think will be the first goal in the Premier League and the Championship? Oof, I don't know. Well, Championship, 2 games in Championship have already started, so, you know, I suppose that's already done. Luke says, wasn't there a rumour Brentford were going to recall him back? Well, they can't recall him back now. I don't think they can recall him back now, but they were going. There was rumours they were going to in the summer. That said, let's see what's going on here. The game is underway, by the way. 50 minutes in, we have managed to get the stream going. And Eugene says, goal for Arsenal. A goal between Birmingham and Arsenal. 1-0. Arsenal 0. Goal for Bournemouth. Right, there you go. Chris is in. Says, big up your ginger nut. Big up yourself. We are underway. As I say, the stream did go down, but we are back. And Blackpool playing with quite a bit of strength, to be honest with you. Trying to put a challenge in, be fast-paced against us, but let's see if Burnley can weather this early Blackpool onslaught with a bit of power. Josh Brownell wins it. Finds Anas Sarori on the far side. And I said, people, as I say beforehand, please no spoilers. Please no spoilers. Really would appreciate it. And then you can get my full reaction to everything as it happens. Henry says, afternoon, Sabre, I want the Hammers to beat the Seagulls. Yeah. Sabre says, all right, Daniel. Cornet back to match fitness. Yeah, good 45 minutes for Cornet in the youth game earlier. I'm sure he'll be happy to be back as well. And City already played in the Premier 1-2-0. Yes, they did. They did indeed. T's in the building. Hope you are well as well. And yes, although Kate took the kids out, so it is what it is. That said, let's get back to it then. 2.5 minutes in. Not really much to report. Can't really report out within 2 minutes, can you? A big punt forward by Origin Muric, which Connor Roberts has the ball at his feet. Connor Roberts has been in tremendous form since the curtailing of the World Cup. He's really shone at right back, made that position his own, and as I say, he's got 2 goals in his last 2 appearances now, and who knows? 3-3. We shall see. Ball with Ekdal. Finds Roberts again. That's the one, Elliot. All spoilers get blocked. It's that way you just won't do it again. Foxy says, we are shite. And Chris says, I can do a lot in 2 minutes. And they still have time left. Still have time left as well, pal. As Chris says there, please subscribe to Dan's channel and smash the likes on this video. Let's get the no chance, mate. No chance of that Yorkshire shite. We don't want any of that. But yeah, please do. We are on the road to 1K. Please do show your support. Really do appreciate it if you could. Burnley have it. Anas Sarori trying to get a ball in. He loses it. I think that's going to be a foul. No, referee waves play on. I'm surprised there. I thought that would have been a foul in favour of Blackpool, but I think the referee might have seen it as a bit of, half a dozen of one and half a dozen of the other. Ekdal tries to ping a ball over for Goodmanson. He can't get to it. It was a good ball by Ekdal, to be fair. But Goodmanson just didn't start the run any sooner, to be honest. I'm biting my tongue. Any sooner, to be honest. And Chris Maxwell collects in the Blackpool goal. Oh, yes. I've time for a pint and a fag. You never know, Henry. You never know. Keep putting out the content you enjoy, and that's all you can do. As long as you put out the content you enjoy, then sod whoever watches it. And, you know, it's about, if you enjoy what you're putting out, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Don't let the views and the subs be the reason why you think it's pointless. Because all it takes is one video and it blows up. So, you know, keep going. Keep going. Al's on 4 subs. Oh, we'll get that up. We've got to get that up. Stevie's in. Up the claret. Stevie, up you well, mate. Hope everything's good with yourself. Blackpool with a chance. Jerry Yates trying to, with a foul on the goalkeeper. Ali says, Alan, make it 5. There we go. There we go. I do not have one, Chris, and I do not have I set up on starting one either. Mark says, we need to get back from a 3-3 draw. Come on, yes, we do. We do need to put them to the sword in this one. Henry says, Birmingham lead 1-0 at half-time. 1-0, sorry. I was thinking then about the fact that I will be going through the scores at half-time for the rest of the games in the Championship. But Burnley coming forward now. Ball pinged out wide to Anas Sarori. Can he beat his man? Jordan Gabriel manages to get a toe onto it. Burnley still have it though. Brownhill comes central. Cullen finds Goodmanson. Is he going to whip an early ball in? No. Plays it back to Cullen. And Burnley going to try and look to the opposite wing. They do. Brownhill. Roberts. Good early pressing by the Clarets. Zarori has it as well there. Can he beat Josh Bowler? Plays a short one over the floor. Not really the one you want to be looking for, but Burnley still have it all to do. I'm not at the minute. I'm actually not. I've got nothing. I'm going to try and sit this off without a drink and then maybe have a drink at half time. We'll see. We will see. Mix in. He says, come on, boys. Up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed. Steve says, all good here. How are you, big man? Just awaiting our next 3 points. Well, fingers crossed by 5 o'clock we'll have them, pal. Fingers crossed. I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad as well. As Chris says there, got to say, if Burnley don't get back to the Prem at the first attempt, will be a bigger shock than the 5,000 to 1. Well, the way we've been playing, I think everyone keeps saying that we're pretty much up, but great interception by Barnes. Fans Teller, who he's pushed out by 3 Blackpool players. It could potentially have been in there. Roberts has it. Brownhill finds Teller. Back to Roberts. Teller again. Is he going to try and skin his man on here and get one in the box? Cuts inside again. Plays it to Roberts. He tries to ping one and dink one to the back stick. Barnes were looking for the overhead kick but didn't go for it. And Blackpool clear towards halfway. Chris says here as well. Anthony's in, sorry. He says, big up, Dan. Hope you're well. Arsenal 1 down. Bristol losing to Cardiff 2-0. It's not a good week for Anthony's teams. Well, 2 of them anyway. Chris says 30 watching, only 10 likes. Come on, guys, likes are free and it does help the channel. Please do smash that like button. Really does help. That's a free kick, ref. Got to be. And it is a foul on Barnes. Means the Clarets have a free kick. But yes, please do drop a like. It says that it's 50 in at the moment. Please do like this stream. Really would appreciate it. Alan says I have loads of vids to upload. I think it's hotel reviews and sightseeing around Lancashire. Not wrong with that, mate. Get them up. Get them up. Teller has it. Brownhill tries to run past him. Ball played in. Barnes! Oh, Chris Maxwell with a save. I think the whistle's gone up for Barnes. Beautiful ball in by Nathan Teller. He comes inside. Brownhill runs in behind him. Is Barnes? I think Barnes is just offside. He doesn't get a touch to it. However, Maxwell still somehow makes the save. It was great by the goalkeeper. Burnley showing early signs of attacking intent. Chris, it's a good afternoon for you then, Ant. Yeah, not great. Not great for Anthony, is it? Ali says, Burnley are a championship team in name only, just like Leicester are a Premier League team in Oh! We were winning matches all season. But we have been winning matches all season, you're right. We've been doing pretty well. Throw-in taken. Ball with Bayer. He's gone on a bit of a mad run. Finds Teller in space. Cullen has it. Maybe trying to look to the opposite wing. Ball played to Zarori. It's in the box. Header only as far as Connor Roberts. Can he keep it in? He's not going to, but it is going to be a Burnley throw-in anyway. Ekdal. Hey, Chris, we'll have less of that. We'll have less of that bullshit. Roberts has it again. Burnley playing it across the back four. Ekdal back to Bayer. Bit of 1-2 between those. Back to Ekdal again. Connor Roberts has had to come deep. He's going to have to play it back to Muric. He's going to potentially have to go along with this one. He's tried to find Brownhill, but couldn't get it over enough. It's ended up going out for a throw, and he's put a little bit too much on that, if I'm honest with you. Mick McCarthy and Terry Connor. Trying to wonder what Blackpool can do here, because they're having to weather a lot of Burnley pressure. Alan says, who founded the Football League? I heard today it was Notts County. I always thought it was Preston. Notts County is the oldest football club in football history. So you'd like to say that they were the founders of it, in a sense. Unless it was Preston, where it's sort of... They came up with the idea and the formality of the league, maybe. But the oldest club in football history is Notts County. Nathan Teller cuts inside. Cuts in past 2 or 3. Tries to find a ball to Zarori, who was on the run, but he couldn't get it. Now Blackpool come forward. It's Luke Garbett. Plays a ball out wide. Josh Bowler has it. Can he keep it in? Just apparently. He manages to make a pass. Jordan Gabriel, can he get a ball in? Great interception by the Clarets. And it's a foul. Bowler couldn't receive the seconds. And it's a foul on Bertinho, I think. Jamie's in. Up you well, Jamie, pal. Hope everything's going well with yourself, mate. Hope the family's well. Come on, Burnley. A lot of people were saying 3-4-0 in this one. I said it's going to be a tough day at the office. You know, I said after the games against Millwall, Watford, Luton, these are going to be tough games to try and get results in. Cullen plays a ball through to Zarori. Zarori is going to cut in and shoot. You know he is, and he has, and it's just hit a defender and gone straight. Ricocheted that far back, it's gone back to Muric. Roberts finds Teller on this near side. Roberts gets it again. Looking for the run. However, he gets it back after a loose pass. Ekdal finds Bayer. Can he... Maybe are they going to have to come back down this side? Good ball by Bayer to find Roberts again. Roberts pings a ball over to Zarori. He touches it down with some finesse. Is he going to beat his man and try and play one? They doubled up on him there. He's lost it again. And Blackpool can now come forward. Ball played over to Jerry Yates. He touches it down on his chest. Can he cut inside? Takes a shot. It's curled away, and I think, has he gone for a corner? I thought he'd gone for a corner. The referee's given it as a goal kick. It's a good ball over by Blackpool midfielder. Found Yates, who touched it down. He comes inside. Is it? I'm not sure if it takes a nick off Connor Roberts and should have been a corner, but no, I don't know. You look at it at the third angle and it doesn't look like it touches, but it's not been a bad day. Not been a bad day so far. Good first 15 minutes. Blackpool have their first sight of goal. Tony says, come on, Clarets, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Burnley have it again. Brownhill and Roberts this time. Teller's gone more towards the centre of the box. Brownhill tries to whip it in. Still gets the seconds as it ricochets off the Blackpool defender. Burnley try to look towards the opposite wing, maybe. They're trying to bring Blackpool out here whilst also trying to force an attacking move. That could have gone well for Burnley if Teller could have made the pass, but Burnley still have the ball in the centre of the park. In the Blackpool half. Still 0-0 here. Ekdal. Teller's gone back wide. His touch was a bit heavy, but still manages to take it under control and should have really shown himself wide again there, but didn't. Connor Roberts was trying to look for the pass and had to work backwards. Barnes trying to find Teller on the overlap, but can't do it. Blackpool keeping the ball on the floor, but Burnley still trying to play football, but not. You know, there's a bit of a mix to their play. It's not just over the top. Teller gets it. Edge of the box. Can he cut inside? Tries to beat his man, loses it. Whip a ball in there. You need to be whipping a ball in. Ekdal has it. Still comes forward as Ekdal. He's fouled. Referee gives a free kick. Blackpool, they're going to be a little bit pissed off, to be fair. I thought there may have been a free kick for Blackpool in the build-up to this. But Ekdal uses his strength, comes forward and wins Burnley a free kick on the edge of the Blackpool box. Mick McCarthy asking questions to the officials. But it is the Clarets who have this free kick. Goodmanson and Brownhill stood over it. What can these guys do? Luke says it's Brighton 1, West Ham 0 in the Premier League. Connor Roberts is there for maybe the short free kick. If anything, I'd have a pop from here. Looks like Goodmanson's going to take it. He's tried to whip it deep to the back stick. Headed only to the edge. Vitinho's hit it. Again, is the Burnley player there? Stab to the side. Connor Roberts. Played towards Brownhill. Gets it over. Header up and over the bar by, I think, Jordan Bayer. It was Barnes and Bayer that was next to each other. I don't know who got the final touch on it, but Roberts played it into Brownhill, who dinked it in there. And I think Barnes and Bayer have got in the way of each other. It's Bayer who gets his header on it. I think Barnes would have been a better option just behind him, but when there's a chance to be taken, you've got to go for it. However, goal kick to Blackpool. Doug says Bournemouth all over Arsenal. Wow. So it seems the revival of Arsenal is not all it's cracked up to be. Alan said, just seeing that the Bastards beat Sheffield United. But yeah, I said this. It's a tough result to take because You know, I'd have took a draw. I'd have been like, right, they don't win. Also, neither does Sheffield United. But then Blackburn winning means we can solidify this league by doing what we need to do a lot sooner, by stopping Sheffield United getting the whole of the 3 points or a point at least. So it's not a bad result. Someone's got to knock those bastards off the perch at some point. Someone's got to. Doug says there as well, let's get down to 1K. 60 watching. It says 70 now, so I really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. It really would help. Really, really does help the channel. Really would appreciate it. Teller has it. Tries to play a ball in. Header up by the defender. Teller still has it. Is he going to take a shot from range? Not at the minute. Vitinho. Anas Sarori beats two men. Teller turns. Cullen. Blackpool players are playing, well, they're marking man for man here. They really are in the faces of the Clarets as they try and strike against the iron. All whipped over to Zaroriu. Can't quite get to it. He was too far out to get anything on it. But ball now back with Chris Maxwell, who's going to have to pump this long under some pressure. And it's back to Muric. It's back with Muric. Luke says Millwall 1, Norwich 0. So that was going to be a tough game. That's a coupon buster. That a lot of people probably went Norwich for the fact that Brownhill's down. Ouch. Brownhill's just received a pass. Received quite a simple pass, but all of a sudden I don't know, it's almost like he's tweaked something. He stayed down as well, did Brownhill. This doesn't look good. We already saw Ian Matson go off with a shoulder injury. He had to be stretchered off. Not sure what's wrong with Brownhill here, though. It's just showing it now. It was a simple pass, which he's took. I think it's as he's slid. As he's took the pass, he's opened his body up and he's bent his foot on his other foot. He's managed to somehow make the pass with his other foot back to Connor Roberts, but the game was halted because as he went down, the referee went over there to make sure he was all right, because it was, I know he's not an head injury, but he has actually hurt himself. He looks to be in a bit of pain. He definitely rolled on his ankle. Henry says, Brighton can't win. I'm concerned they will sneak in. Who knows? Who knows? De Zerbi's doing a fantastic job there. A really fantastic job. Mrs. Burnley is in the building. Whoop, whoop. Hope you're well. Says, hi, Dan. Sorry I'm a bit late. How are we doing? Well, to put it bluntly, we've been the better side. We've had a lot more attacking options. I think Teller's trying to find out what the situation is. Brownhill's sort of trying to put pressure on it, see how he is, but he's being held by two of the physios. I don't think he'll continue. If he does, then fair enough, but I don't think he will. I don't think Vinny will risk it. We shall see anyway. The game has continued at the moment. We'll see what happens with Brownhill, whether he comes back on or whether there'll be a substitution imminent within this first 25 minutes. But yeah, Mrs. Burnham, we've been good. We've been good. Teller had a chance, which if Barnes would have just touched it, potentially hit the back of the net, but I think he just strayed offside. Blackpool have had a chance as well, but not really much to shout about. Just Burnley having their usual rhythm of passing. It's going pretty well. Blackpool trying to man mark us and now resorting to playing long balls over the top, which Burnley should hopefully see to within seconds. Alan says, still don't want the Bastards anywhere near a playoff place. No, nobody does. Nobody does. There has been a substitution. Brownhill has gone off. I did say he probably will and wouldn't come back on. It did look nasty. He is limping. And he walks around the perimeter of the pitch. And on in his place is Scott Twine. So Twine is on in place of Josh Brownhill. Ball is back with Muric after a long ball pumped over by Blackpool. Greg says, I'm predicting a 6-0 win. I think this is going to be closer than people think, you know. I'm going to say like Burnley just to nick this, either 1-0 or if they are, they'll get that first one. Blackpool will come out and Burnley will probably win this game 2-0 maybe at a push. But Mark says it there. Attack, 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 attack. I tell you what, it's a shame that Rocky's not here to see this sort of football. Rocky would have loved this. Eee! Get some tickets, bought you tight bastard. You're a comical fella. I'm sure he'll be up there trying to help us get over the line anyway. Alan says Brighton seem to punching well above their weight. They are indeed. They certainly are. Aki's getting beat 1-0 off Forest Green. They're in a few cup finals now. They could be relegated from League One. Luke says Borough are 1-0 up against Reading, as does Eugene. And Ali, who says Middlesbrough pressing Sheffield United. Be good to see Sheffield United drop into third soon. I've said this. I said this is a bold prediction that they will that they'll drop off. That they will drop off, and I don't know why, but I just had this feeling that Sheffield United will drop out and will miss out on the top two. Something tells me that that's how it's going to be. But we'll see in the long run, won't we? We will see in the long run. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing this? That's what I needed. Eugene says Villa 1-0 up against Crystal Palace. Good result for them if that can stay as it is as well. The missus says her YouTube is down, so using other forms of socials. I don't understand why, but Blackpool coming forward. It's Sonny Carey. He gets into the box. He's looking for that penalty shout. He's looking for that penalty shout. It's definitely not. The referee waved it away straight away. He's gone like this as if to say no chance. Carey knew he weren't getting through those two Burnley players. He dropped like a sack of shit. And it wasn't happening for him. Alice says a Twine free kick will win this match. I don't care how it comes as long as we win it, buddy. That's all. As long as that happens, I'll be a happy man. Al says, "Oh, Brownhill is okay, but I do want to see more of Twine." Yeah, this will be a good fixture for him. Like I say, Lancashire derby. It should be a good contest. Referee allows play to carry on with Teller on the floor. Zarori gets it on the far side. Get some height on it, Zarori. You did this against Fleetwood. He's getting the ball in the box. But as it comes, it's always hard and low. Get some height on it. Burnley do have a corner, however. So let's not grumble. Let's not grumble. Tony says Sheffield United in the playoffs, lol. Yeah, that would be something. That would be something. And he says Livingston doing well in the SPL, dug into Europe, do you think? We shall see. Corner about to be taken for the Clarets. 29.5 minutes. Ball in there. Headed it up. Only as far as the edge of the box. Vitinho has it. Finds Connor Roberts. Can he get an early ball in? Or is he going to try and look for the pass? Vitinho makes himself available. Cullen comes forward. Goodmanson finds Zarori again. Goodmanson with an early ball with a pass back. It's deep towards the back stick. But the linesman must have raised his flag for Ashley Barnes being offside again. I'm trying to wonder what's happened here. It's just showing this potential penalty incident again. But Connor Roberts and Ekdal get there. It's definitely not a penalty. He's running. Ekdal's in front of him. Roberts is behind him. And Sonny Carey tries to knock the ball forward. And Ekdal tried to get it. Sonny Carey's already got his arm up, looking for the penalty shout before he's even hit the deck. If anything, that just tells you what his intention was. Scott says, used to drink with Rocky and Reedley Hollows years ago. He was a good bloke. Was a very good bloke. As I thought our Kate was keeping quiet. Yeah, I thought it was. But it's working now. She definitely won't be, Emre. She definitely won't be. As she says there, she's out. And Coventry winning 1-0 against Huddersfield. Ooh. Bad time for the Terriers there on their own patch. But they were 1-0 down against Birmingham and turned the game on its head to win 2-1. However, they are up against the Coventry side, fighting to give themselves a late push into the playoffs. Jordan Gabriel gives the ball a rub under his T-shirt. Let's give Blackpool a throw in. 31 minutes gone. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, it's Blackpool 0, Burnley 0. Burnley somehow have managed to steal it back. Goodmanson, Cullen. Back with Bayer. Ekdal now has it. Ball played over the top. Played in for Barnes. Back out to Teller. Teller tries to drill one hard and low. I thought Burnley had it there. They were coming through. Josh Bowler gets it as well. He can come away now. 3 Burnley players chasing him. Great foot and interception by Josh Cullen. And Blackpool get a free kick, which you've taken quickly. Burnley need to be a bit wary here. Luke says, glad to see Huddersfield losing. Don't like them. Ooh. Alan says, I'm looking forward to the City clash in the FA Cup. Yeah, tickets go on sale soon, don't they, for season ticket holders? Should be a really good game. Be a good marker for us to see if we're ready to take on the big boys. Would you rather have had City at Turf Moor than at the Etihad? Because to be honest, I mean, I know we've got to go next season. We'll have to play them home and away anyway. But for me, it's a case of you've got to pick yourself against the best, haven't you? As Kate says there, I'd stay, but it's Baltic out and I can't feel my fingers. Keep smashing it. Thumbs up and sub. Daniel's on the road to 1K. Yeah, we are on the road to 1K, so please do show your support. Greg says it is a bit of a test, which it is. Fingers crossed we can get tickets, babe. I'm sure we will. And Emmy says it's only 5 degrees there as well. Yeah, I agree, Alan. I'd have probably rather have had them at the turf. But we shall see. Luke Garbutt has a free kick in the Burnley half. Can he get a ball into the mix for Blackpool? It's deep. It's to the edge of the box. Josh Bowler tries to play it through. Shot and deflected. Burnley now can come away. It was a good block by Yalmar Ekdal. Good ball by Josh Bowler as well, but I think he may have been. I thought he was offside. The linesman didn't say so. It's a good interception by Ekdal. Free kick to Burnley. Carey doesn't look happy about it. It was just a tangle of feet, to be fair. It's not like he's going in the book for it, but still, Burnley take it. Not in a dangerous position. Connor Roberts has it. Finds Scott Twine. Wonder where he was since coming on. I've not seen him. Literally 35 minutes in. No team have had a shot on target yet. We said it'd be a tough game, this. Fingers crossed somebody will break the deadlock at some point. Obviously, Burnley, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Beautiful fizzed out ball by Scott Twine. Connor Roberts gets it. Tries to look for Teller. Is he going to play that? He's played. Zarori is somehow cut in. Ekdal's up. Connor Roberts has it back. Now Teller. Cullen. Can he make a run forward? Finds Teller. Is he going to be able to create something? Cullen again. Tries to fizz one over for Barnes on the run. Maxwell comes out and collects. Burnley need to be a little bit more clinical here, to be honest with you. It's not they've not had it their own way, especially in the last 10-15 minutes. Blackpool starting to put some pressure on us. Burnley having to find a way to break them down. Looking forward to my first trip to the Turf. I do love a glass of twine. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Especially a nice claret. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Alan says 3 degrees in Todmorden, but it's a cold wind. It is very cold. It is very cold. Connor Roberts can come forward. Oh, he's tried to find Scott Twine on the run through, but couldn't quite get it out from his feet. Teller's now battling. Luke Garbutt's come forward. And Blackpool have it at the back. Burnley needs to put this pressure on. Can Barnes put Maxwell under some pressure? He just gives it a big lump forward. Zarori. Touch is letting down there, but it has gone out for a Burnley throw-in. Connor Robbs. The Welshman with a bit of a run comes forward. Cullen again. Out to Bayer, who's been pushed wide predominantly in this first half. Back with Roberts on the edge of the centre circle. They're trying to double up on us on the wings. Burnley still have it. Connor Roberts, can he play it back? He's still managed to get a throw-in out of Jerry Yates by hitting the ball against him. He'll be a bit annoyed with that. Could have been away there for Blackpool. Eugene and Oliver says that Norwich have pulled one back against Millwall. So it's honours even at the Den. Exactly, Emery. What's a summer? What's a summer in England? Crikey. Roberts finds Teller. Teller looks for Twine. Twine committed a little bit too much of himself there. Anticipated the ball coming to feet more than him going towards it. Oh, Burnley managed to get a throw-in out of it, and they've took that quickly. Ball now back on the far side with Jordan Bayer. Looks like he's going to have to come back. Finds Cullen in the centre circle. Connor Roberts. Twine's come deep to give him an option. Twine has a bit of a run. He's got the pace to do it. Comes inside. Cullen finds Barnes. Finds Goodmanson. Takes a shot and he's hit the post. Oh! I'm sure that hit the post or Maxwell's tipped it round the post. I thought Barnes were going to cut in and hit it. Goodmanson's... It's a fantastic save by Chris Maxwell. Maxwell tips it onto the post. It's gone out for a corner, but great work by the Clarets to create that opportunity. Goodmanson gets his shot away. Maxwell just gets the fingertips to it. And sends it for a Burnley corner, which ball is whipped in. It doesn't even beat the first man. We've got to make these count, Burnley. Come on. Ball back with Muric. Played out wide to Vitinho. Cullen now has it. Burnley switching from one wing to the other. Kraken said I'd settle for 1-0 Burnley. Come on, Burnley up the Clarets indeed. Long ball forward. Zarori takes it. Can he at least get this in the box? That's an interception. It's another Burnley corner. Come on. Eugene and Oliver said there's a goal for Stoke. Stoke are 1-0 up. And also Luton are at home to Swansea. Answers, I hate that from set pieces when they can't beat the first man. It's scored by errors, that. It is. Get it in the mix. Scott Twine looks like he's about to take the corner. Can he find a Burnley head? It's a little bit more central. Header up. Header away. Edge of the box. Cullen tries to put it back in the mix. Cleared by the Blackpool defence. Burnley have it on halfway. Roberts is back. Again, tries to find Zarori, who can't keep it in. It was a good corner by Scott Twine. Was that one, actually? We just couldn't do anything with an end product. 42 minutes gone. Blackpool 0, Burnley 0. Not far off half time in this fixture. Blackpool probably be the happier at the moment. A point here for them would be fantastic. It's us that need to do something. I'm sure company will have some choice words at half time to say and maybe get the Clarets hopefully with a firework up the backside and do it that way. Good luck with that, because you won't see the telly, because the telly's over there. So if you're going to see anything, all you're seeing is the laptop. All you're seeing is the laptop, Greg. The pressure is building, Al. You're out there. Booking for, I think, is it Carey, the captain? Was it Connolly? I think it's Connolly who's just took a swap at Goodmanson. It's clear as day yellow, and it is Callum Connolly who's gone into the book, the Blackpool captain. As I say, guys, we are a few minutes behind because we are watching from a stream, so please do just obviously, as you know, please no spoilers. But thank you so much for all of your support. So 77 people are watching. I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. Zarori with the ball over, header up, and Maxwell saves. Oh, I think it flicked off the forehead of Teller, and Maxwell's like having to go across his box. That came from nothing. Zarori just whipped it in. He actually got some heart in it. Teller gets the header up. Maxwell gets down and collects, but again, the chances are coming. They are coming. And eventually, one should drop in the back of the net. Fingers crossed. Burnley in their full black third kit this season. Full of lines on the kit which represent the different pathways you can get to Turf Moor. It's a good idea for the kit and really good concept. Barnes has it. Goodmanson. He's fouled. That's what? He's giving it to Connolly. He's giving it to Blackpool. I'll have to see this back. It was Goodmanson who had the ball. If anything, it's a Burnley free kick. Connolly's got in front of Goodmanson. The only problem is he's hurt himself in the process by throwing himself in front of him. There's only 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. We've already played that 1.5 minutes, but Connolly is down, so we'll probably play another 30 seconds or so. And that should probably be the end of the first 45. Eugene says Aki have pulled one back as well. Emma says Rangers are going great guns 3-0 trying to catch Celtic. Eugene has said it's Borough 2, Reading 0. Borough are just on fire at the moment, aren't they? Absolutely on fire. Just waiting to see what happens here. Connolly's still down receiving treatment. Maybe another added minute or so, maybe here. Oh, the referee's just called it. He's just called. He thought might as well just call half time while the player's down. I'm surprised at that, but camera shot just pans round to the Burnley supporters. They're obviously all going to make their way down for an half-time scoop. I'm sure they are. But it is 0-0 at the break. And all to play for in the second half. All to play for. Alan says 1 min. That's wrong. Bullshit. You have to play a full 45. Greg says time for a Benny and oh, that'd be nice now. That'd proper settle the stomach. That'd right settle the stomach. It is half-time, as we said, though. It is still 0-0 in this fixture. We will be back with the second half very soon. I'm going to go and take myself off and get myself a drink, take myself for a toilet break, as you do. But we will be back with the second half very, very shortly, and we'll go through the stats of that first half very, very soon. So keep with us. Don't change that dial, and yeah, see you shortly. Thank you very much to everybody who has shown their support for this stream so far. Really do appreciate it. If you're wondering what that video was about, that's where you can catch us on our social media platforms. We are all over it. I have made myself a drink. I've just smashed a packet of prawn cocktail Seabrook, as you do. In no way sponsored, by the way. But yeah, just thought, get a quick pack of crisp and give the missus a ring, see how she is. She said it's absolutely Baltic out wherever she is. So yeah, she asked me how the game were, and I just told her it's not been the best. It's not been the best. Burnley have got it all to do second half, which, to be fair, she said Burnley have been a second half team this year. But let's have a look at the stats then. In terms of possession, it has been 80% to Burnley at half time, 80% in favour of the Clarets to Blackpool's 20. 6 shots Burnley have had with 2 on target. Blackpool have only had the 1 shot all game. Burnley have put together 392 passes with a passing accuracy of 87%, 106 passes for Blackpool with a 60% ratio. 7 fouls has been committed by the home side. Burnley have only committed 4. 1 a yellow card has been issued in this game, and that has gone in the way of Blackpool's Callum Connolly. Burnley have had 1 offside call, 3 corners, where Blackpool have had 2 offsides and 0 corners. As it stands, Burnley would be on 77 points. At the bottom, there would be let's just say Huddersfield and Wigan are losing 1-0. So Blackpool, as it stands, if it's 0-0, would now be 6 points behind Cardiff. But the players are back out for the second half, so we will be going back underway very, very, very soon. Fingers crossed we can kill them off in this half. Let's have a look then at the scores at half time, and then we'll go through your comments as the game goes on. In the Premier League, Arsenal are 1-0 down to Bournemouth at half-time. Villa are 1-0 up at home to Crystal Palace. Brighton still keeping that form going with a 1-0 over West Ham in the first 45. Chelsea Leeds is 0-0, and Wolves Spurs is 0-0. Southampton Leicester kick off a little bit later. Why is it only showing me the Premier League for? I want it to, I don't get it. Right, let's have a look at the Championship. Blackpool 0, Burnley 0. As we know, Coventry 1-0 up away at Huddersfield. Luton 1-0 up at home to Swansea. Borough keeping that pressure on Sheffield United. They're beating Reading 2-0. Millwall, Norwich have a share of the spoils, 1-1 at half-time. Rotherham 1-0 up against QPR. Stoke winning 1-0 away at the Stadium of Light. Still 0-0 between Watford and Preston. And Birmingham are 1-0 up away at Wigan. Blackburn obviously won earlier, and Cardiff won as well against Bristol City in the earlier kickoffs. But we are back underway for this second half. And as I say, guys, keep getting your comments in. Keep engaging with us, and we'll speak about it. But Burnley are coming forward with the ball sprayed out wide to Anas Zarore. He finds Vitinho on the run. Can he get a ball in nice and early? But he can, but Barnes couldn't read the pass. Bayer turns his man. Let's have a look at the comments. Turfat says, hi, all sorry late. Wish all Burnley fans the best. No, appreciate it, mate. Hope you are well. Al says, good work, guys, and thank you. 11 new subs already today. We're all a community. We're all in this together. So whatever happens, we're all doing it together. We're all a team. And I really, really do appreciate everybody's love and support. So keep it coming. Greg says, I've only just discovered this. Likes and subs. Really appreciate that, Greg. Really, really do. You're an absolute legend, mate. So thank you very, very much. Turfat says, my limerick for the day. There was a Claret named Dan. He is a big Clarets fan. He knows we will win it. He knows we will win. It's not a big sin. So throw Rovers in. See what you did. I'll tell you the one thing that pisses me off at Blackpool. Seagulls landing on pitch halfway through. Like, you're in a phase of play. There's just a big bulk of seagulls sat on grass. That'd pee me off, that. That would pee me off. Turf that's late from work, but no problem. Really appreciate that. Alan says, Seabrook crisp Canadian ham are the best. And Greg says, hopefully VK's work some half-time magic. We shall see. As Alan says, he usually does. Burnley come forward. Teller, is that a corner? It is a Burnley corner. I think he's hurt himself there as well on the run. I think he'll be all right. I think he's just sort of caught his front toes. Nat's in. Afternoon to yourself, Nat. Hope everything's going well with yourself. It was a good 1-2 between Twine and Teller, but Teller has took a little bit of a knock there. Anyhow, corner for Burnley. It's the 4th corner for the Clarets. It's taken short. Twine has it. Plays it back. Ball over. It's in the air. Lofted above. Ekdal. Oh! Bettini, he only had to hit it and he sent it wide. Edge of the box. Connor Roberts has it. Goodmanson. Back out to Twine. Goodmanson gets it again. Plays it out to the near side for Vitinho now. Zarori takes a shot. That's not even curling. And if it is, it's curling away from goal. But Burnley putting some early pressure in. 48 minutes on the clock. Still Blackpool 0. Burnley 0. Says, I chat to a person named Alan. He loves Burnley with a passion. He is a good guy with a good eye and will never go out of fashion. Hey, good lad. Matt's in. Hope you're well, Matt. He says, come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. Hemi says, Borough are 3-0 up now. Jeez, they put him red into the sword. Paul Ince might as well just sit and slump in his chair. Adrian says, perhaps the Seagulls are the 12th man. Well, they've done sod all from this season, haven't they? They've not helped them out. We need to stick them on line and stop goals from going in. Obviously, in this game, they've not even had to help out. Burnley are just not being able to do the business for themselves. Alan says, Seagulls always nick summit, usually me chips. They do indeed. Jordan Bayer has it, receiving the pass from Muric. Is he going to have to go back to his goalkeeper? He's turned in that direction, but finds Connor Roberts. He takes a bit of a run into the centre of the park. Fizzes a long ball over the top for Zarori, but he can't get to it. And Coutinho's having to put Josh Bowler under a lot of pressure. However, Blackpool get the throw. Jordan Gabriel trying to take a few yards. That's gone out, and it's a Burnley throw-in. Vitinho will take straight back to Bayer. Adrian's, to be honest, Adrian, he's injured, mate. He's injured. He's done a bit of a nasty injury. He might be back for the last, 2 or 3 games, maybe. But I'll be honest with you, I don't see where he gets in. Good ball over by Ashley Barnes. Teller, can he cut inside? He's tricked himself a little bit. Edge of the box, shot by Cullen, and it's over the bar. Cullen couldn't wrap his foot round it quite well there, to be fair. Teller played the pass. Cullen comes running onto it, and it's just gone up in the air. More than the curl that he was looking for. But yeah, I reckon he'll probably come back for like the last 2 or 3, maybe. Something like that. Turf says, I'm a Burnley fan, born and bred, but live and work in Blackpool. The Blackpool fans nod up their own asses. No, like I say, I spoke to Lee earlier over the day, and he was literally saying how he thinks that this game is, he'd be happy if Blackpool win, but he can't see it. He thinks Burnley's going to purely annihilate them. And at the moment, Blackpool have given a good account of themselves. To be fair, yeah, he has. Ekdal's played brilliantly. So has Bayer. You can't take any of them out at the moment. You cannot take any of them out. Dave, he's in the chat. I hope you're well, Dave. He's Burnley good on the ball at the moment. I'd say so, yeah. We've been brilliant. The passing and the pass and move has been fantastic so far. When you look, like I said with the stats at half time, we had 80% of the possession at half time. We were working really well. We've still got 80% at the moment. We've got 88% passing accuracy. We've made 443 passes. It's not going too bad. But yeah, you're right, Adrian. Blackpool are pressing us well. They have been pressing us well. So Rory, can he keep it in? I can't. He can't. I think that's gone out for a goal kick, or has it gone out for a throw-in? I'm not sure. I'll tell you one thing, it has been end-to-end. It definitely has been end-to-end. Vincent Kompany will be hoping that his Clarets can get the job done here on the Fylde Coast. But let's not rule out the home side. They come forward now. Burnley having to defend. Jordan Gabriel tries to pick out a pass to Josh Bowler. Can't quite sort his feet out. It's gone out for a Burnley throw-in. You know what? Ali, you're spot on. You are spot on. I'd say so far it's been quite similar to that. Quite similar. Barnes have it. Good pass by Connor Roberts. Barnes finds Twine. Twine tries to find Teller. Teller just doesn't read the pass. To be fair, Twine could have played it a bit further out to Teller instead of Teller making the run inside. I can understand why he'd done it, but Teller acknowledges Twine and says, I knew what you meant. I should have ran it. But we're still sat at 0-0. Hope he's loyal like Dash. Yeah, I hope so. I don't think he will either. I agree with you, Greg. I think he won't. I were on Radio Manchester yesterday. They asked me to go on at like 6 o'clock last night, and they had 2 City fans on asking whether Kompany would, be the perfect candidate if Pep goes. And I said, yeah, he will. I said, I think he will. But it doesn't always work out for ex-players at their clubs. Look at Lampard at Chelsea, Giggs, Ole at Manchester United. It doesn't always work, but who's to say it wouldn't for Kompany at City? I finished on an innuendo. I told them that Kompany has not really put a full stamp on this squad yet. He's only just started to write his own book. I said, and he's still on chapter 1. I said, so he's not, until he finishes this fairy tale that we're on, he's going nowhere. So we'll see. We shall see in the long run what happens. Adrian says, yeah, I agree. Honestly thought that Burnley would finish mid-table because of the finances with relegation. I think there were a lot saying that, even media was on us as well. Teller has it on this far side, though. Connor Roberts. Scott Twine. Back to Roberts. Oh, Barnes and Teller. Expecting Teller to make the run. I'll tell you something. Teller's not. Burnley are putting these passes in for Teller, but he's not making the use of them. He's not making use of them at all. They know that Teller's been one of those that on the shoulder, it's actually worked, and he's not reading the passes. He should be thinking forward. In this game today, he's not. Yes, Dave Brownhill did get injured, as Alan says there. He was off with an ankle injury, and no, it isn't good. But fingers crossed, a full week to recover before we face Wigan. And who knows, may just leave him out and potentially bring him back for the game against Hull on the Wednesday night. But yeah, Twine's a legend. He will be if he bags a winner here. He'll definitely go up in my estimation. Sylvia's in. Hope you're well. Says, come on, you Clarets. Up we go. Burnley 2-0. Nathan Teller to score. And Anas Sarori. I hope you're right. But I can see potentially VK making some changes at some point. Dave says, I don't see VK leaving. He's built a team and he's heavily backed. The only team he'll go is Man City. Correct. Speaking of which, shot by Blackpool, defended by Bayer. Burnley can try and come away. Burnley need to come forward. Twine has to go back to find Connor Roberts. Twine has it back. Cullen has it. Ball in the centre of the park. Adrian says, good to see Burnley's improvement at the back as the season progressed. At the start, they were a bit shaky. Yeah, they were, and I'm glad to see that we've shored that up a little bit. Teller gets a running, cuts inside again. Don't do too much. Do not do too much. Cullen has it. Teller again. Get a ball in. It's hard and low. It's deflected. It's a free kick to Blackpool. Twine were looking to go for it on the volley, but Teller did too much there for me. I don't know how can you call that a free kick? Either way, we are where we are. I really do appreciate that, Mrs. Burnley. Get Mr. Burnley in here as well. That'll be a laugh. But you always behave anyway. Don't worry about it. She don't really. Greg says, I mean, if Burnley are top of the Prem and City job comes up, he will stay. Well, yeah. I'd love us to do a Leicester City style story. That would be something. Blackpool come forward. Bowler tries to play it into the box. You can't get it. It just falls to the path of Goodmanson. Twine. He comes forward. Barnes doesn't have the legs, so Twine tries to get the ball through to Teller. But even he can't get on the edge. I think Burnley need a little bit more. I'd probably suggest going 2 up top. Ali says he thinks Arteta will replace Pep. I don't know. I think with the comments that have come out recently about Arteta, you know, as soon as the Arsenal job came up, it was like his club, even though he had more time at Everton than he did there. God knows. I'd like to see Obafemi coming on, but I'd probably say to bring it to 2 up top, which I keep Barnes on. You know what? I'd actually take Teller off. Because I don't think he's really been utilised in the game. The only problem you've got is that Teller's the sort of person that could create a moment of magic at any moment. But we'll see. Time will tell. 30 seconds away from hitting 60 minutes in this fixture, which it is still standing at 0-0. Greg said he probably had a dodgy kebab last night and it's affecting his game. Could be. Plenty of dodgy takeaways in Blackpool. We're not sure yet, but hopefully we'll find out at some point. Bournemouth are 2-0 up against Arsenal now. Ouch. 15 minutes left. Barnes swap potentially. Yeah, could be. Ben's in up your well. He says, think people will be worried about Brown and we have Coco Twine as 2 solid replacements. Yeah, I mean, we have got Wigan and Hull next, 2 candidates for relegation, or Hull certainly maybe not as much. But Wigan have been dead for a good bulk of the season. Even though Sean Maloney's got them having a good few results, to be honest with you. Eugene says, goal for Bournemouth again, yet 2-0 to Bournemouth in that one. Sylvia said, what happened to Ian Matson? He had a shoulder injury, in the game against Huddersfield. Had to be stretchered off. It's not as bad as we first think, but when he'll be back is yet to be seen. He did limp off. He weren't carried off. I mean, Zarori limped off against Fleetwood as well, to be fair. And I was a little bit worried, but obviously seems fine in this one. Teller's beating the run of his man. Maxwell comes out and the defender manages to get across. Teller did well there trying to play the ball forward, but good interception by Curtis Nelson. Turfat says it'll be a good test against City. Billing scored the second fastest goal in Prem history. Wow. Zarori is off. Obafemi is on. I'm surprised he took Zarori off. But Obafemi's, and I don't know whether he's going to go with that 2 now and push Twine out left. But Burnley have a corner. So says, oh, thanks. Wishing him get well soon. Yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he will. Is there any chances at all? Well, there is a chance for Burnley from this set piece. Burnley do have a corner. Fingers crossed we can make the most of it. Everton's arses should be twitching as well. Should be twitching. I agree, Adrian. Totally agree. Burnley corner, though. Whipped in. Chance for a header up and out, and it's gone for another Burnley corner. Another set piece chance for the Clarets. Dave says Manuel Benton is almost back, which is good. Yeah, we're good to see him back as well. Good afternoon, Paul. Hope all is well with yourself. And it looks like Goodmanson's going to take this corner. Yeah, Blackpool are playing physical. Obafemi 2-1 against City. I'll take that, mate. I will take that all day. However, back to this. 63 on the clock. Ball whipped in. It's deep. It's in for Ekdal. It bounces off him. Is that gone for another corner? Ekdal's gone down clutching his chest. It's telling it. I think they're saying he's winded, but Curtis Nelson's saying he's winded, I think. Oh, yeah, he did sort of boot the... Nelson's booted the ball at Ekdal's chest, and it has... I can understand why that's winded him. I won't say it's a pen, no. I won't say it's a pen. Not at all. Just a case of letting him get his breathing pattern back. But, as I say, it says 96 people are watching. Really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. Please, guys, if you can, smash the likes on this video. It really would help us get notified. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Get yourself involved. Get your prediction in. It'd be absolutely class to see you guys and have a chat. Dad's it. I love the fact that you're called Dad. I love that. Up the Claret, sign a pub in Blackpool right now. Woohoo! Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Oh, so he is. He is the hubby. He's here. The hubby's in the room. Scott says Arsenal have got one back. Maybe a late turnaround for the Gunners. Dave says, any news for J-Rod or Harwood Bellis? Well, at the minute, they both look... J-Rod and Benson aren't far off. As I said, Harwood Bellis will be, I think, potentially 2 or 3 games from the end of the season. But as I say, guys, please do show your support. Really, really do appreciate it. Here he is. Mr. Burnley is signed in. He's in the building. Hope you are well, Mr. and Mrs. Ah, lemonade tastes shit when it's flat, doesn't it? Sharp when it's flat. As I said, people, please no spoilers. Please no spoilers. We want to obviously try and give you my full-blown reaction if anything happens in this fixture. So, yeah. Please do show your support. I said Burnley have used 2 substitutions. They've brought Scott Twine and 4 Josh Brownhill, who took an injury in the first half. And Michael Obafemi came on for Anas Sarori. And both teams still have substitutions to use. Dave says, only time I wanted Blackburn to get a win to keep the safety of the title. Yes, well said. John says, I've forgotten the lucky shirt. It's on now. Everything's business as usual. Hopefully this game changes now. Hopefully it changes. Eugene says 3-1. 3-1 to Norwich. No problem, Alan. No problem. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, Scott says there as well. Norwich 3-1 up now at Millwall. You can't go wrong marrying a Burnley boy. That's the thing. You can't go far wrong. Not at all. I say, guys, let's try and get over that 50 likes mark if we can. That would be fantastic. Be absolutely brilliant. And hopefully we can see a Burnley goal as well. As Burnley come forward again. Cullen plays it to Connor Roberts. Teller, edge of the box. Can he get the ball out from his feet? He can't. However, Goodmanson still has it. Connor Roberts cuts it back. Cullen, header over and into the arms of Chris Maxwell. He tries to get Blackpool away really quick. Pumps the ball long. However, Ekdal heads it back into the mix. And Vitinho has it. We're both watching you in different rooms in the house. I'm taking over your house by the sounds of it. Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining. I love the fact that people are watching and getting involved and chatting. Love it. Love it. Adrian says, such good play. We just need Ronaldo and we'll win the league. I don't think Ronaldo will come here. Not after Company's comments of we need people who can run. Exactly. Exactly, Al. Totally agree. Brighton 3-0 up at West Ham. West Ham getting 3-goal drumming at the minute. Still times in the game, though. 69 minutes gone in this game, sorry. Throw by Connor Roberts. Vitinho finds Goodmanson. Obafemi has it on this left-hand side. Finds Goodmanson. Can he whip it across? Maxwell! He's hit the defender and he's had to clear it. Oh! Teller was in there. For me, Teller looks... I just feel like Teller could do a bit more. Connor Roberts has it. Burnley's still applying that pressure. Teller has it on the edge of the box. Intercepted. Blackpool now trying to come clear. They have it in the centre of the park. Jerry Yates, can he get the better of Ekdal? Plays it towards the edge of the box, which Barnes manages to turn. Win the ball and wins his team a free kick. I think the referees halted the game, though, because Connolly was getting a little bit pushing and shoving with Ashley Barnes. But, interesting. 2-2. Arsenal have clawed it back. Wow. Wow. I think Moyes is looking at the sack, to be honest. I think he's looking at the sack, to be honest. Totally agree with what everyone's saying. Teller is not sharp enough today. He's not reading the passes that are coming through. Teller needs to come off. He hasn't been on his game today, which, no, I totally agree. We are making hard work of it, Chris. Won't lie. We need to pull our finger out. We need to pull our finger out. Bad ball by Connor Roberts. And Blackpool try to break. Ekdal intercepts. Teller. Twine. Patino has it in the centre. Cullen, come on, Burnley. Let's find an opportunity. Cullen again. Connor Roberts. Cullen, can he keep it in? Played into the back stick. Nobody there. Edge. Vitinho. Finds Obafemi. Finds Vitinho again. Tries to play one over for Teller. Can he get to the seconds? He does. Well played, Teller. Well played, Nathan Teller. Oh, Connor Roberts, you've got to be stronger there. Jerry Yates chasing Yalmar Ekdal. Yates comes off the winner. Mick says, come on, Burnley, let's put Blackpool to the sword. Fingers crossed we can in the long run, but we shall see. Alice says, Twine has got into Harding. Sylvia says, love watching your channel. Burnley last through and through. Claret and blue always forever. Yes, Sylvia. Forever claret and blue. I'll tell you, he's not been up to his best, mate, to be honest. Not been up to his best at all. It's. I just hope we can nick it. I just hope we can nick one. Through I follow. Tony says we're now entering Burnley time. Chris says, with the way your season is going, you'll win 1-0 with a 91st minute goal. Good luck, big man. We need it. It looks like Blackpool are ready to make a substitution as well. It's looking like Josh Bowler's evening is over for Blackpool. And Morgan Rogers is coming on in his place. Josh Bowler doesn't look happy at being taken off, to be quite honest with you. Stoke 4-1 at Sunderland now. Ouch. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the point, but we should be putting teams like this to the sword. This is a good result for them. This is a good result for them more than it is for us. We need to capitalise on the fact that Sheffield United dropped points. Safe, we are on 74 minutes and 20 seconds. Blackpool have been patient, to be honest, John. They've actually been quite patient. They've withstood a lot of our pressure. But again, it's similar to the Fleetwood game. We're piling that pressure on, and it's just we're not reaping any reward from it. That's what we need to do. Higgy says, need to get Teller off. Not sure who can come on, though. There is that. There is that. Let's put Goodmanson out right, Vitinho on the left, and then Obafemi sort of slots in alongside either Barnes or Twine, maybe. Connor Roberts still has it. 75 on the clock. Nathan Teller. Ball played out to Obafemi. He's not going to take his man on. He's going to try and find a pass. Comes back in towards the centre circle. Bayer whips a good ball over for Connor Roberts. He tries to play one in for Barnes, and it's a bit of a weak pass. And as it stands, Barnes has got the captain's armband. Come on. Teller. Intercepted by the Blackpool defender, Luke Garbutt, the left back, who's been playing quite advanced in the last couple of games, but he's I think he's now been pushed back to try and help out defensively. Coutinho finds Bayer. Cuts it back to Roberts. Teller just, I don't know, he seems to be struggling with the ball at his feet. Coutinho. Goodmanson. That's a foul. That's a foul. Dougal looks at the ref, the Blackpool player, and says, that's not a foul, ref, but he's literally hacked Scott Twine down. It is a good area for Scott Twine to try and hit this. Is Twiney going for it, or is Goodmanson going for it? Eugene says 5-0 to Borough. No, Cherlinov is not on the bench. Cherlinov is not on the bench for the Clarets. Save says, when we signed so many players, we didn't think a lot would get injured at once. No, there is that. And as Alan says, it's fine. Saying we should put these to the sword, but they are scraping to survive. It's never going to be easy. No, I said these games aren't easy. It's looking like Scott Twine is eyeing up this free kick. Twiney looks like he's set to hit it. He does. He's took a deflection, and Maxwell with a fantastic save. If anybody's kept Blackpool in this game in terms of Burnley's opportunities, it took a dink as well, a bit of a dip. It took a bit of a touch, actually, off the Blackpool defence. Maxwell read it. Ball to the edge of the box. Shot! Can Burnley hit it again? Intercepted, defending like beavers. Blackpool come forward. Gabriel. All Burnley players running back. This is where you take a tactical yellow, and Nathan Teller has. He's definitely going to go into the book for that. Teller has been booked. He hacked down Jordan Gabriel. To be fair, Blackpool were coming away. He's had to take a tactical yellow there, and fair play to him. He's lucky not to see red, though. There were a little bit of afters. But he has received a yellow. Looks like CJ Hamilton and Gary Medine are set to come on for Blackpool as well. Not sure who they'll be replacing. Gary Medine will be coming on for Jerry Yates. The number 9 who's just come back from injury. He goes off. So a rousing reception by the Tangerines faithful, and Gary Medine takes his place. It's Luke Garbett who's coming off for CJ Hamilton. And Garbett is off, Hamilton on. So another 2 subs used for Blackpool. And says, maybe we know we've done enough already, so why go hard and get hurt? There is that, but every game is there to be played. Every game is there to be played, so you've got to go into it. And we can't get, nothing's guaranteed in football. Nothing is guaranteed, is it? John says, come on, Burnley, come on indeed. Ben Foster, Derby-Soglu, Cork, Taylor, Peacock, Farrell. Yeah, that are still left to use. Yes, that is the subs. Stoke 5-1 up. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Good result for them. Definitely good result for them. Good result for some of the teams that could have took themselves into the relegation sort of threat, but they're pulling themselves away. Adrian says, we need Benson back in games like this. Yeah, we do. We do need a bit of urgency in that sort of sense. Alan says, Maxwell has had a good game. Kept them in it. Yeah, tactical yellow needed to do it. I would too. Safe says, I hate to say it, but this sometimes we have to get forward as fast as we possibly can, not pass it out from the back. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Dan's it. Another Dan M. I like that. Foster nowhere near on the pace yet. Get Dervisoglu on. Looked okay midweek, but never gets a chance of more than a few minutes. There is that. Dave says, come on, Burnley, 3 points will be great today. We do need to pinch this. I totally agree, Greg. Totally agree. Pigeons galore on the pitch at Bloomfield Road. Burnley have it all to do. 9 minutes left of normal time before whatever is added on here. Hopefully we can nick this. Hopefully we can, Doug. Fingers crossed. Michael Obafemi has it. Cullen finds Roberts. Teller plays one across the box. There's no Burnley player there. Again, same as against Fleetwood. There's no one at the back stick ready to just end it. Ready to finish that move off. It was a good ball by Teller. Brilliant ball to the back stick. Obafemi should have come a little bit further in, really. I don't know why he's so wide. And it's just one of those. It's a bit infuriating, to be honest with you. Ball comes over the top. Blackpool have it. They're trying to put a move together now. CJ Hamilton tries to ping it across. It's only to the edge of the box. It's shot by Jordan Gabriel, and it's well high of the bar. It is. I think JBG's been brilliant this season as well. Really made it his own, that position. As Doug says there, 109 watching. It says 112 now. Please, 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 if we can, people, please hit that like button. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help us grow. And also, if you want to be notified when we next go live, then click that notification bell. But here, Blackpool still coming forward now, applying some late pressure. Took an interception. It's in the box. Great block by Yalmar Ekdal. And Cullen just needs to get it away now, but it is going to be a Burnley throw-in. Blackpool trying to pen Burnley in their own half now. It is very dangerous in this dying few minutes. 6 minutes left. Teams at 0-0 who have been on the back foot for most of it will understand this. They'll know full well that in that final 6 minutes, if they push, they've got a very good chance that they could come back and potentially nick it. Burnley need to be wary. Dave says, come on, company, please get turned on by extra time. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. It has been a bit of a... It's been one of them performances, like I said, very similar to the Fleetwood game. It's been a little bit flat. We're getting forward, but it's almost like the creation of chances. Like I said, Teller for me has not been at his best. He seemed to have the ball bobble around his feet quite a few times. It's not gone well for him at all. But you know what, yeah, I'd take a draw. I would take a draw. Maisie's in the chat. Hope you're well, Maisie. Hope everything is well with yourself. Everything's sort of good here, yeah. Not too bad. Can't complain. But yeah, me and Kate are well. And nice to see you in the chat as well. Thank you for coming in. Really do appreciate it. I agree, Dave. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. But we're facing a team. We are facing a team that are scrapping for, for their lives, to be honest. This is one of them games that Dash would have called tight margins. 4 minutes left of the original 90. Substitution happening for Blackpool as well. I'm not entirely sure who it is, but we shall see. Dan says, just need to stay unbeaten. 13 points ahead if we can keep this point. Certainly. Fingers crossed we can. It's Sonny Carey who's come off. It's Andy Lyons who's on in his place. Doug says, think Borough will snatch second. Yeah, I've said that. I've said that for a long time. Blackpool trying to come forward. Burnley can clear now, but they've got bodies behind. And it is going to be a Burnley free kick. Blackpool doing some tactical fouling now as well. It is a derby, you're right. It is a derby. Form goes out of the window, no matter where you are in the division. John says, as long as we don't get beat, that would be embarrassing. Come on, Burnley, let's have some class to put this to bed. Break some Blackpool hearts. That would be good. Blackpool coming forward, though. Cuts inside. Gets the better. Is he going to take a shot? Again, he's beating about 2 or 3 players. Burnley still having all to do. It's pinball in there. Is Burnley going to clear it? They have. Ashley Barnes finds Nathan Teller. Come on, Burnley, put this move together. Cuts inside. Teller takes a shot from range. Maxwell saves. It's in there. Come on, Burnley, get out to the seconds. Oh, Teller's shot looked good. It was goal bound. It was on target. From one end to the other. Oh, fuck me. Good shot by Teller. Great save by Maxwell as well again. I'd definitely have him down for Blackpool's man of the match. But it is a corner to the Clarets. Johan Berg Gudmundsson. Whipped in there, header up. Gudmundsson still has it. Tries to fizz one towards the back stick. Twine gets his head on it. Connor Roberts out wide again now. Fizz back into the mix. Only as far as to the edge. Muric has it on the halfway line. Tries to get Burnley going forward again. Good ball to Gudmundsson. He can't keep it in though. Alan says, I'm happy with the point. I had a bad feeling when I woke up this morning. Sheffield United lost, so it's not a disaster for us. It's not. But company won't like this. Company won't like this. They'll be happier than we are. Mrs. Burnley says, we seem to grab it in extra time. Come on, Clarets, let's bury this and crack on. I hope so. Cork's on. Jack Cork is on in place of Johan Berg Gudmundsson. And so is Halil Dervisoglu. He is on for Scott Twine. So Twine is off. Even though he came on for Brownhill, he's gone off. And Dervisoglu is on. Sheffield United are losing form. You're right, Maisie. Doug says Wolves beating Spurs 1-0. Wow. Adrian says Barnes is sitting too deep. That's something. Sylvia says, come on, Burnley. It's not a derby, it's Lancs first foul, totally different county. Yeah, but you know what we mean, Al. You know what we mean. We need one. We need one, Johan. We need one. Someone's got to give 4 minutes is added on at the end of this game. 4-0 Brighton. Wow. He's a good player. He's a good player. John says we're losing a bit of form too. Come on, Burnley, one last push. Oh, come on. Thank you. Lemonade. With a bit of gin. Blackpool have a free kick. They have a chance to get themselves on the scoreline. Referee trying to sort everything out in the box. Ball whipped in and it's straight to Muric. Can he get Burnley going straight away? Teller's on the run. Tries to beat CJ Hamilton. Can't. He's still going forward. Ali says, come on, you Clarets. Blackpool trying to come forward again. This is end to end. And Blackpool have another free kick. Borough beat Reading 5-0. Wow. Like I say, the Blackpool fans are happy as a pig in shit at the minute. Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? Maloney says, come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley, indeed. Kate's back. She is back. Come on, Burnley. Let's not chuck it away now. Let's not chuck this away now. Header up and away, and it's a Blackpool corner. There is literally a minute and 30 seconds left. This is a great result for Blackpool. It's not a bad result for Burnley, but I mean, we should be winning these. Should be winning this sort of game. Throw-in taken quickly by Blackpool. Fizzed in, Burnley clear. It's Ekdal with the clearance. It's been all Blackpool this last 5 or 10 minutes. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. They've frustrated us. They have frustrated us. Mick McCarthy finds a way. It's looking like he's going to have found a way to hold off the league leaders. Muric is out and collects. And take your time, kick this out. Take the point. But surely got to be it. The referee does put the whistle to his mouth. It's all over. It is a share of the spoils. Frustrating afternoon. A very frustrating afternoon, but what can you do? These are tough games against the teams at the bottom of the division. They are always tough games. They are going to be happy with that point. Ridiculously happy with that point. Burnley, however, we couldn't finish. Couldn't finish for love nor money. Couldn't finish at all. Harry said, come on, Burnley. Yeah, well, fingers crossed we can turn it round against Wigan. Back at the Turf next Saturday. As finished, though, full-time. Blackpool 0, Burnley 0. Nothing to shout about on the goal front, but a good point for Blackpool. Good point for them. Milner says, cheers for the comms, cute arse. Go on, Milner. Hope you're well, pal. Keep the points going. Exactly. At least we're still unbeaten. That's the thing. At least we're still unbeaten. It's just one of those. It's as Maisie says there, 1 point better than a loss, and it's 1 point more to securing our status as a Premier League club potentially. We've it's one more point than Sheffield United got today. Could look at it that way as well, but for me, we should be beating teams like that. It is 1 point closer, but it's not going to determine our season, is it? It's not going to determine where we go from here. Malona says, you're great commentators, nice to watch from your Indonesian fans. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Big up to the Indonesian massive. Thank you very much to everyone out in Indonesia who's been watching. Really do appreciate it. And as Alan says, if you haven't subbed or liked, then please do drop a like and sub. Really would be amazing. You guys, I'll have a look at the last few comments. Mr. Bill says, thanks again, Dan. See you soon. Great commentary and got the hubby involved, which was fun. Yes, get him in every time. Get him in. Let's have Mr. and Mrs. in when we can. John says, one more point in the gap to second. Just hope it's mathematically impossible for Borough to catch us. Let's hope so in the long run. Doug says, 75 away from 1K, Dan. You will get there before the end of the month. Fingers crossed, mate. I hope so. Save says, it's getting harder and harder for us to get promoted at Ewood now. I'd rather them give us the lap of honour, to be honest, and we've already got the job done. Arsenal 3-2 as well. Luke says, we will have a look at the scorelines in the leagues before we wrap up. And John says, well done, Blackpool. Ali says, one away point is not bad at all. Trevor says, come on, we how many points ahead? Let's be happy. We've got to be happy. Of course we have. Of course we have. Kate's smashing it, gorgeous, proud of you, love you to bits. My biggest fan, really appreciate it. Alan says, great show, Dan and Kate. Thank you very much, mate, from the bottom of my heart. And Alan says, I agree, Dan. We should be beating teams like this, but think about the bigger picture. It's not a must-win, is it? City's the must-win. So hopefully we can find our shooting boots when it comes to that game. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched us. Really do appreciate it. As I say, and as people have said in the chat, before you leave, please, please, please smash that like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Even if you haven't put a comment in, just subscribe and show your support. Really does help. And if you want to be notified when we next do a video, then hit that notification bell and you will be notified when we next go live. But that is it from us here. It has finished 0-0 between Blackpool and Burnley. I will have a video uploaded very, very soon. A quick shorts video giving my thoughts, a 60-second review on the game not long after this. So stay tuned for that. But until then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And whatever plans you've got, just remember, up the Clarets.